or radical reforms to the global financial system, calling for new mechanism to address the sovereign debt crisis plaguing developing nations. Addressing Nigeria's ongoing economic transformation, President Tinubu acknowledged the difficult reality facing its citizens, but said that Nigeria's economic reforms represent a model for resilience. President Bola Tinubu has assured Ogoni leaders that his administration would prioritize peace, justice, and sustainable development in the area. Mr. Tinubu gave the assurance at a meeting at the State House in Abuja, urged the Ogoni people to set aside historical grievances and work together to achieve peace, development, and a clean environment. The president directed Nur Ribadu, the National Security Advisor, to coordinate the negotiation as he called for inclusive consultation and mutual understanding. He commended the delegation for embracing the federal government-led dialogue and emphasized the need for collaboration, trust, and inclusiveness to resolve lingering issues in the region.
We are not, as a government, take likely years of pain endured in Ogoni land. We recognize that. Otherwise, there would be no today. We remember this with solemn respect, the Ogoni 13, whose lives were cut short, and the many unnamed men and women whose sacrifices kept alive the flame of justice and freedom. They remain heroes of the struggle. The federal government fully acknowledges the long sovereignty of the Ogoni people, and today we declare with conviction, hope is here and is back with us.
He asked ministers, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, and the Rivers State government to cooperate with the Office of the National Security Advisor to achieve this mandate. Governor Similara Fubara of Rivers State thanked the president for his support of the Ogoni people and for welcoming an all-inclusive representation of the people to the presidential villa. Mr. Fubara said the meeting was a follow-up to an assignment the president gave him through the National Security Advisor. Emphasizing the importance of resuming oil operations in Ogoni land, Governor Fubara pledged the delegation's commitment to adhering to the president's instructions and providing the necessary support to achieve government objectives. The First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, has announced that her 65th birthday fundraiser towards the completion of the National Library realized 20.4 billion naira. She stated this while having lunch with the press at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. Senator Oluremi Tinubu explained that the birthday account, Oluremi at 65 Education Fund, will remain open till December 2025 to receive more donations from willing Nigerians towards the completion of the project. First Lady Oluremi Tinubu also debunked claims that her 65th birthday anniversary fundraiser is politically motivated. She pointed out that as a teacher, as well as the impact library had on her life while growing up, she was motivated to call for donations towards the building of the National Library. Senator Oluremi Tinubu said the signatories to the account are the Minister of Education and Chief Librarian of the Federation, insisting ours was to help drive the funds. The National Assembly Library project, initiated in 1981 and approved with funding in subsequent years, had faced decades of funding delays, with the budget escalating from 8.2 billion naira in 1981 to 23 billion naira as of 2023. However, with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration is ready to take the bull by the horn, as the First Lady put it, to ensure that construction is completed within 2 years. Speaker of the House of Representatives, Dr. Abbas Tajuddin, has stated resolve of the House to ensure transparency, accountability, and effective implementation of the federal government's Naira for crude oil policy. Speaking in a remark through the minority leader Kingsley Chinda at the inauguration of the ad hoc committee on the implementation and oversight of the policy, described the exercise as a crucial step towards strengthening transparency and efficiency in one of Nigeria's most important energy sector initiatives. He said the committee is entrusted with the vital responsibility of monitoring implementation, ensuring interagency coordination, and assessing the policy's effectiveness. Speaker Abbas reaffirmed the 10th House Committee to supporting President Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, particularly in addressing economic challenges confronting Nigerians. In his remark, the chairman of the committee, Mr. Boniface Emerengwa, reserved that despite Nigeria's abundant crude oil reserves, the benefits have not always translated into maximum value for citizens. He noted that the instability of foreign exchange market, dependence on the dollar, and economic vulnerabilities make it necessary to explore innovation or innovative solutions such as the Naira for crude policy. The lawmaker added that the committee will deliver on its mandate of critically examining the feasibility and sustainability of the policy, engaging with the stakeholders across government and industry, and making evidence-based recommendations to guide the House. In line with the provision of Section 94, subsection 1 of the Electoral Act 2022 and Item 8 of the timetable and schedule of the activities, political parties participating in the 2026 Federal Capital Territory Area Council election are now at liberty to start their electioneering campaigns in public from Wednesday 24th September 2025 and end at midnight of Thursday 19th February 2026. A statement signed by the National Commissioner and Chairman, Information and Voter Education, Mr. Sam Olumekun, said as enshrined in Section 92 and 93 of the Electoral Act 2022, the Commission wishes to remind political parties, candidates, and their supporters that it is unlawful to use abusive language, carry out physical attacks on opponents during rallies, processions, and meetings, or destroy their campaign material. The statement said, similarly, all parties and candidates must be given unimpeded access to public facilities for media campaign, outdoor advertising, as well as public rallies and meetings. It also added that for the avoidance of doubt, Section 95, subsection 2 of the Electoral Act 2022 prohibits the use of incumbency to the advantage or disadvantage of any party or candidate the FCT Area Council election will hold on Saturday, 21st February 2026. The FCT Police Command has dismissed as false claim on social media, alleging that the personnel of the command have been directed to remove pockets from their uniforms. The command spokesperson, SP Josephine Ade, disclosed this in a statement issued on Tuesday night. SP Josephine Ade said the claim is entirely baseless and should be disregarded, adding there has been no such directive from the Office of the Inspector General of Police. According to her, the FCT Police Command remains focused on its constitutional mandate of safeguarding lives and properties, and urged members of the public to verify information from credible sources before circulating it further. She advised members of the public to follow official communication channels of the police for accurate updates. The police spokesperson also encouraged social media users to desist from spreading misinformation capable of misleading the public and attempting to distract security agencies from their critical duties. The Nigerian Air Force has reaffirmed its commitment to strengthening cooperation with Turkish defense company Aselsan in the areas of radar and air defense and precision technologies. Chief of Air Staff Air Marshal Hassan Bala Abubakar gave the assurance on 23rd September during a courtesy visit by Aselsan's President and CEO, Mr. Ahmed Akel, to NAF headquarters in Abuja. He said the engagement was an opportunity to consolidate existing collaboration and explore new areas to enhance the Air Force operational capacity. Air Marshal Abubakar commended Aselsan's record in defense electronics, noting that its expertise aligns with its command philosophy of building an agile and resilient air force. He explained that advanced radar systems, anti-drone technologies, and precision-guided capabilities would boost Air NAV's effectiveness in addressing security challenges. In his remarks, Mr. Akeol expressed appreciation for the reception and pledged Aselsan's readiness to deliver cutting-edge solutions in radar, avionics, modernizations, and air defense system. He described Nigeria as a strategic partner for touches in Africa. The visit forms part of the ongoing high-level engagement between both nations aimed at advancing defense cooperation to promote peace and security in Nigeria and the wider sub-region. Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan has officially resumed her duties at the National Assembly after a 6-month suspension. The Kogi Central lawmaker walked back into the Senate amid cheers from supporters waving banners and chanting songs of solidarity. This came shortly after Senate authorities reopened a previously sealed office. Mr. Akpoti-Uduaghan was suspended in March following a heated clash with Senate President Godswill Akpabio, who accused her of unparliamentary conduct. Speaking to reporters after reclaiming a seat, the senator declared she has no apology to render. She had described her return as a triumph for democratic principles and stood firm on her conduct during the incident that led to her suspension.
Sometimes it's good to put the institutions to test. We can't cow down in the face of injustice. No one is more Nigerian than us. Senator Akpabio is not more of a senator than I am. He's not a governor of this place, and he treated me as if I was his servant or I was a domestic staff in his house. It's very unfortunate that at this time, after so many years of democracy, we would have a National Assembly be run by such dictatorship. It's totally unacceptable. As for me, I'm glad to be here, and even though we have been illegally suspended, no day have I hesitated in effectively carrying out my duties as a senator of Kogi Central to the very best of my capacity.
Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan's comeback marks a significant moment of reconciliation and a statement on upholding democracy within the Senate. You are now watching Aso Television News. You can watch us live on DSTV channel 392, also on StarTimes TV channel 127 and Free TV channel 507. We are also on the UHF band on channel 38. Still to come, Nigeria signs landmark aviation MOU with Dalil UAE. Stay with us for details of this and more after the break.
Let's get one thing straight. Being a woman with disabilities doesn't mean you don't have the right to quality sexual and reproductive health information and services. Family planning, maternity care, STI prevention. Every woman deserves access to safe, respectful, and inclusive reproductive health care. My body, my health, my reproductive rights. No limits, no exceptions. Your health matters. Your choices matters. Get informed, get care, and take charge of your future.
Nigeria has taken a major step towards modernizing its aviation and cargo sector with the signing of a memorandum of understanding with Dalil UAE, a global leader in aviation security and advanced cargo information systems. Spokesperson to the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Tunde Mashood, in a statement this Tuesday, said the MOU was signed in Abu Dhabi during a high-level visit led by the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Olorogun Festus Keyamo. He was joined by top aviation officials, including heads of NCAA, FAN, and the Nigerian Customs Service. According to the statement, the agreement will see ACI systems deployed across Nigeria airports, starting with feasibility studies in October 2025 and a nationwide rollout by late 2026. These systems are designed to boost aviation security, streamlining cargo clearance, and increase government revenue through real-time cargo tracking and risk profiling. Minister Keyamo described the move as a game changer for Nigeria's aviation sector, saying it will align with the country with international standards and position it as a leading logistics hub in West Africa. The statement noted that this partnership marks Nigeria as the first country in the region to embrace ACI on a large scale. Nigeria's Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, has called for international support for Nigeria's re-election into Part 2 of the ICAO Council. Speaking at the 42nd ICAO Assembly in Montreal, Canada, Keyamo emphasized Nigeria's commitment to global aviation standards, highlighting ongoing investments in infrastructure, regulatory reforms, and capacity building. He also noted Nigeria's leading role in regional aviation safety, hosting the Banjul According Group Aviation Safety Oversight Organization, and supporting the Regional Accident Investigation Agency, BAGAIA.
As Africa's most populous nation and a strategic aviation hub in West Africa, Nigeria continues to invest in infrastructure modernization, regulatory reforms, and capacity building to ensure our aviation sector meets global standards and contributes meaningfully to regional and international connectivity. Since Nigeria became a member of the International Civil Aviation Organization, ICAO, in 1962, it has continued to make valuable contributions to the ICAO's work and its activities. Nigeria has been playing a key role in supporting implementation of ICAO standards, policies, and programs internationally, and particularly in the African region. To this end, Nigeria has ratified all international air law instruments, including the Montreal Protocol and amendments to Article 50A and 56 of the Chicago Convention. Nigeria is also championing the cause of aviation safety, security, and facilitation in Africa.
He said, additionally, Nigeria continues to meet its environmental obligation through initiatives like COSIA and carbon emission reduction plans. Keyamo extended congratulations to ICAO leadership and thanked the Canadian government for hosting the assembly. He also invited delegates to the upcoming Nigeria International Air Show, scheduled for December 2 to 4th, 2025 in Abuja. The National Orientation Agency has launched a nationwide campus debate series to groom young minds intellectually, morally, and patriotically. The debate, with the theme Unity in Diversity, brings together students from the various institutions to engage in intellectual discussions promoting unity, patriotism, and national identity. Speaking in Lokoja on Wednesday, the National Orientation Agency Director General Larry Issa Onilu said the program seeks to strengthen national identity while celebrating Nigeria's diversity. The initiative, tagged North Central Zonal Campus Debate Series 2025, carries the theme Unity in Diversity, Defining Nigeria Identity in Nigeria's Multicultural Society. Mr. Issa Onilu, represented by North Central Zonal Director Dr. Priscilla Gwandwalo, described the debate as a strategic platform for civic engagement rather than just a competition. He urged youth to shun violence, drug abuse, and hooliganism, and instead uphold values that promote patriotism and unity. He stressed that the National Orientation Agency had developed platforms to amplify youth voice, reaffirming the agency's commitment to fostering unity and diversity nationwide. Onilu commended NOA's zonal and state directors, staff, facilitators, and stakeholders for making the debate series a truly nationwide platform for young Nigerians. Earlier, Kogi State NOA Director Mr. Patrick Edugbanya praised student lecturers, traditional rulers and organizations for actively supporting the agency's initiative. In a goodwill message, Ambassador Usman Bello of Jamaatul Nasr Islam and Chief David Agbayi, the Esu Adankolo, lauded the initiative. They praised NOA's innovative strategy and firm commitment to fostering unity in diversity across Nigeria. The competition winner, Miss Gift Adejo of the Federal University Lokoja, received a certificate for her outstanding performance. Adejo commended NOA for the initiative, noting it would help Nigerians' youth uphold values that promote patriotism and national unity. The Federal Road Safety Corps and the Kwabda's Road Safety Command Foundation have unveiled plans for the International Road Crash Victims Conference 2025. The announcement was made in Abuja by the Corps Marshal of the FRSC, Sheikh Mohammed, and the President of the Court of Appeal, Justice Monica Donham Mensem, who is also the founder of the KRSD Foundation. The conference, with the theme Gathering Africa and the World for Road Crash Victims, will be hosted in Abuja next year. Daniel Obi reports.
The International Road Crash Victims Conference 2025 will bring together stakeholders from Africa and beyond to foster dialogue, share best practices, and develop actionable solutions to support victims of road crashes while advancing road safety. Corps Marshal Sheikh Mohammed said the Federal Road Safety Corps' partnership with the KRSD Foundation demonstrates its resolve to reduce crashes and provide support for victims.
I can testify that the FRC personnel are the only that dip their hand in blood to rescue crash victims anywhere in the country. And so far, we have 64 mega points, that is ambulance points, across the country. Even though it's still inadequate, because for 250 million people, having just 64 mega points to take care of rescue, quick response is highly grossly inadequate. We also have 38 roadside clinics within the country.
Justice Monica Dongan Mensem explained that the conference represents a call to action for Africa and the global community to prioritize the dignity and welfare of road crash victims while also amplifying their voices.
We want 0.0000% of fatalities on our roads. And the only way we can do it is if we each take responsibility. As you step out of your house, say, make a keep road safe demand of yourself.
Pre-conference activities, according to Justice Dongan Mensem, will begin on the 15th of November 2025. These include cycling, walking, and golfing activities, all designed to promote healthy and safe mobility while symbolically showing solidarity with road crash victims. Daniel Obi, Aso Television News.
The National Pension Commission, PENCOM, has unveiled a new transformative program of reforms to ensure health insurance coverage for retirees and minimum pension guarantee. The program, tagged Pension Revolution 2.0, also focused on ways to optimize investment performance while safeguarding contributors' funds to deliver sustainable long-term returns. The Director General of the PENCOM, Mrs. Omolola Oloworaron, made this known on a verified X, says in line with the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu, the policy will broaden pension access to all Nigerians, especially those in the informal sector. She stressed that the Pension Revolution 2.0 will also serve as a renewal of trust to enhance rapid development in the sector. Director General of PENCOM adds that the reforms will safeguard contributors' funds to deliver sustainable long-term reforms and expand pension to reach all Nigerians. The Monetary Policy Committee, MPC, of the Central Bank of Nigeria has announced a reduction of 50 basis points from the monetary policy rate to 27% from the 27.5%. The CBN Governor, Mr. Olayemi Cardoso, in Abuja, after the Monetary Policy Committee meeting, explained that the committee also reduced the cash reserve ratio for commercial banks to 45%, while retaining that of merchant banks at 16%, the liquidity ratio at 30%, and the asymmetric corridor at plus 260 and minus 250 around the MPR. The CBN chief noted that this is aimed at providing a framework for liquidity management and signaling the CBN's cautious approach towards market volatility. According to him, the committee's decision to lower the monetary policy rate was predicated on the sustained disinflation recorded in the past 5 months, projections of declined inflation for the rest of 2025, and the need to support economic recovery efforts. And that's the news for the hour. Many thanks for watching. I am Isa Nu.